get this started. We have Dr. Chapa in studio. Gonna be hanging out, learning about everything that is going on in the world today. Remember that you have an opportunity to vote today. So if you didn't early vote, go make sure that you vote 3 hours ago if you can. But
I hear your radio, but not you.
It'll come through in a second.
We're not live yet. 10-4. What do I know? Over here, rookie.
Here we go.
Backseat driving.
Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And we have Dr. Chapa hanging out. He's getting his social media launched and ready. Curt is over here dropping stuff from droppers in his mouth. Curt, what are you taking? It's some lymphatic formula, red clover, cleavers, echinacea. I can't pronounce. I'm not even going to try. But right now, it's 8:35. We got Dr. Chapa in studio. What's up, Dr. Chapa? How's it going?
I'm doing fantastico this morning. How are you guys this fine morning?
Doing pretty good. Hey, you know what, Curt? That helped your breath out. You kind of like you were blowing over here, and it smells like natural herbs and spices. It smells good. Can you blow again, kind of this way?
Isn't that nice?
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good.
That's how you know you're not putting chemicals in your body. I mean, fresh herbs and spices are the way of the world, man. I mean, thankfully, it's not garlic this early in the morning.
No, not that early.
Although as garlic is the most antimicrobial substance, that we should be eating every day. It will kill off fungus, yeast, bacteria. It boosts your immune system. It boosts your lymphatic drainage pathways. It helps with the gut. I mean, it wakes up everything, increases circulation for people that have arteriosclerosis, atherosclerosis, any type of cardiovascular situation. Mm-hmm. The garlic will melt away plaque in the artery. I mean, it's herbs are powerful, guys. I mean, I was reading in a book last week that, for the impatient man, reach to the power of the herb.
Wow.
And I was like, what is that? And then I was at a seminar, and the guy was talking about how he would literally start all of his patients with herbs because of how fast they have an effect on the body. And I think that at the end of the day, living in the microwave society, people are wanting results yesterday.
Right.
And unfortunately, as powerful as nutrition is, herbs will drive function. Not unfortunately, fortunately, herbs will drive function to give people hope that they can feel better. I love that image.
I know. I had to put it over there because Curt's over here taking some droppers of some lymphatic formula. Yesterday, Curt, you had some issues. You kind of started struggling through the day.
I started struggling. There's something that went wrong. I was a little concerned I wasn't going to have a voice today. And so Dr. Chapa said, hey, this will help.
I was a little concerned too. You texted me. I texted you something. You texted me back and you were like, what did you say? You said, my voice is destroyed today or something along those lines.
Yes, I destroyed my voice yesterday. I had to end. I don't like taking Benadryl, but I had to take some Benadryl, and it wipes you out.
That just breaks my heart to hear.
It wipes me out. There was nothing else that I had that would stop my sneezing.
It's called Allerplex, Dehist.
Hello.
It's called Sinatrol. It's called Thymex. Oh, it's called Get Off of the Dairy.
Oh, man.
Milk, cheese, yogurt, sour cream, ice cream, whey protein, not your friend. In my opinion, number one most common food allergy. Many people believe it's gluten. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But they are definitely number 1 and 2 in my office. And with respect to allergens, I was just listening to a really cool, podcast this morning, and they were talking about how powerful looking at blood under dark field microscopy and being able to see, if you see an eosinophil, which is one of the white blood cell constituents in the blood, in one drop of your blood, if you've got too much of these eosinophils, it's an indicator that you have food allergies, gluten being one of them, and or dairy being another, corn being another, soy being another. Top 4 most common food allergies in the country.
Wow.
And some people say sugar's a top 4, but the reality is sugar's not even a food, So we have to kind of appreciate, what is and what isn't food. And, what happens whenever you consume too much sugar, beans we just got out of the
The
Halloween,
31st, right.
Halloween season, is people will literally started robbing their body of chromium, copper, zinc, and some of your key, immune building minerals that allow your body to function. And what happens is if we were all sitting around chewing on sugar cane right now, that wouldn't have any issue or bearing on what's going on in our health. But whenever we're eating refined sugars, the refined sugars, high fructose corn syrup, crystalline fructose, these things are very, very acidic in nature, and they rob your body of key minerals that help you, one, balance your blood sugar, and two, not crave sugar. And these sugars have no satiating factor of stimulation. They're not going to stimulate the brain to say, hey, I'm full. You're just going to keep eating until you overindulge to the point where you drive infectious processes to get and take root in your body. So never a good thing to start your day with sugar.
Right now, it's 8:40 a.m. This is KHEAradio.com, 99.5 FM. It's Kickstart, the best way you can start your weekday morning every day. I guarantee it, just like the guy from Men's Warehouse. But we're about to start getting into this. We have some questions that are already rolling in, but I want to ask everybody, how are y'all doing this morning? How are you doing? Let us know. What do you have going on today? Do you have any questions for Dr. Chapa? Do you have any questions for us here at KHEA Radio? We're going to get to everything that we can, and let us know. What issues are you dealing with? How can we maybe point you in the right direction? Feel free to share this video out, maybe tag 2 or 3 friends, somebody that is dealing with some issues that they were not born with. If you weren't born with it, then there's probably something that's causing it. And maybe we can get down to the answer of what's going on with you today. So feel free to share this video out, ask some questions. What's up, Ruth? What's up, Holly? What's up, Chelsea and Roger and everybody else that's hanging out with us this morning? So Ruth has a question. Ruth wants to know if you have any suggestions or anything for the flu that somebody can take.
Absolutely. We have products in the office called Kid Cold. It's going to be an elderberry echinacea blend. We've got things in the office, a product called Viracid, a product called Immuplex. We use these products when people have an active flu or trying to prevent the flu. One of the best ways you can prevent the flu is to make sure that you have adequate calcium, not calcium carbonate, so you got to read your labels, but make sure it's like calcium lactate, calcium citrate, magnesium lactate, same magnesium citrate. Minerals are huge. Vitamin D is huge. Making sure that you have adequate vitamin D. A lot of people run around today have low levels of vitamin D in their body. Some of it's because we're not in the sun as much. Some of it is because we're stagnant in our day-to-day living. We're not exercising enough. Some of it's we're not drinking enough water,
Right.
And we're not. Our body's stagnating, and it's robbing the body of key ingredients and nutrients. And so one of the things that we want to make sure that people do is minerals. I had a mentor one time out in California. Actually, this is in Colorado, Mark Anderson, and he took a tablespoon of calcium lactate and said, "Who wants to come cough on me?" And that's how confident he was.
Wow.
And this is a calcium magnesium blend, and then cod liver oil is going to be loaded with your vitamin D, and you'd be surprised what starting your day, something, I always promote starting your day with water, right? The more water you get in first thing in the morning, it's like brushing your teeth. It's like taking a shower. It opens up and wakes up the insides as much as you're trying to wake up and, energize the outside. But something new that I've been thinking about is, what if we create like a landslide inside the body and we drink like something crazy like 32 or 40 ounces of water as fast as we can inside of 5 minutes. Maybe we can do it inside of 3. And some people might go, that would make me absolutely sick.
Maybe so.
People have told me they get stomach aches, they get nauseous, they get lightheaded, they get dizzy. They feel like that they don't feel good when they drink that much water.
Ethan's going to go get us 40 ounces each, and we're going to do it right now on air.
I think it's a great idea. Please.
Edward, 40 hands.
Yeah.
Where we take 40 ounces of water and we tie it to your hands, and you have to drink it.
That's right. You just got to do it.
No one played that game.
Here's what happens, right? Is whenever you create the landslide increases a massive volume of water through the top from top down of your body, digestive tract, and you will push whatever intestinal contents that are in your colon that have been waiting to come out all night long. Because your liver is most active between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. You're not going to poop on the air, though, guys. That would be taking it too far.
Kurt's like, I don't know.
I can see y'all's wheels are turning. We can take this into the bathroom, can't we? We can hook up electrodes.
Wait, no.
No, that'd be just wrong. So, but here's the deal, is water is so healing. And I hate to make it sound so simple, but what if every morning you didn't start with a whatever that drink is y'all over there sucking down?
Water.
Water in a
ice water.
in
Here,
a red
give
can.
Me a cheers.
We hide the nutritional
Is
facts.
that Eaton over? Does Eaton got his water jug, or is that filled full of juice?
It's water.
Oh, come on, Eaton.
Ethan just became the best.
He's my friend, right? Cheers right here, Eaton.
Ethan's mom is a dietitian. That's correct, right? She's a dietitian, and I've gone to the gas station, not the grocery store, but the gas station, and I'm like, Ethan, hey, you want a drink? I got you, whatever you want. And I'm like, I'm getting an energy drink. And he said, no, I'm good. He'll always get something else, usually water, maybe like a root beer occasionally or something. But yeah, he's not really big on the energy drinks. I guess he's 16, so he has that energy built in. But I don't know, Ethan. I feel like he has a good foundation.
Well, and so in all reality, I would hope so. Except that little comment he made a little while ago about I need sugar or I want sugar or whatever.
Did you say that? Oh, in his in the comment,
in his radio, yeah.
Sugar, yes, please.
Yeah.
Sugar.
So
it's a great song.
Holly, I'm really excited to see that your voice is coming back. Sometimes when we get laryngitis, I think she was dealing with that last week. We recommended some INF Fighter, and let me tell you something too. So maybe that, the INF normally works really fast. So if it didn't work really fast, I don't want you to be discouraged about that. What I want you to understand, when I take a patient that has never really embarked on this journey before, when I talk to you guys about my kids and my family rocking 24-hour bugs in 4 to 6 hours, it's because we've been doing this a while. Like our body knows how to fight infections really well. If this is your first go at being healthy, and I know that sounds like kind of a weird thing. Who doesn't want to be healthy? But if you don't know, you don't know, right? We don't know what we don't know. And so we're learning how to make stronger strides to living better, being better, and staying better. And that's why we do the Living Well show on Kickstart, because we love seeing you guys take strides like this story here. If it's taken more than 3 days or 4 days, man, don't worry about it. If you beat this infection, this laryngitis, if you got through this, whatever the first bout of flu that you're about to go through, Miss Ruth, here's what I'll tell you. When you learn how to fight it once, your body will fight it faster the second time. And if you use some of these tools like the Viracid, if you use the Imuplex, if you use the strong, the calcium lactate and the vitamin D support that we have, I can almost assure you 80% of your symptoms will be gone in less than 2 days. And the aches that would normally have been there will be substantially reduced, from the get-go, because your body is aching because it's robbing the minerals out of the bones when you're sick. And so we want to just supply the building blocks for good health and immunity whenever the body, gets into a bind and you start having symptoms, whether it's allergy symptoms, Kurt, whether it's the flu, whether it's strep, staph, whatever you're dealing with, there's a reason your body is using that exit channel, and we've got to retrain it to not use that pathway and get the immune system strong enough to fight off and ward off whatever burdens you're getting and dealing with day to day. And it's like almost a training ground.
So this is some lymphatic formula. And Roger asked, and we kind of touched on this, I think, before he joined the stream, like what are some good options to take for allergies, allergic reactions? Do you have anything for allergic reaction? Yeah, so
Fenugreek is really good. Feverfew is really good. Poke root is fantastic. Anything you're going to work with allergy-wise, think liver. Liver's the giver. It's the commander in chief. So silymarin / aka milk thistle, fantastic for draining trash through the liver and making sure that the lymph has somewhere to dump its contents, and then it won't come out your face, your sinuses, your ears, your nose, your throat. So one of the things that people, when I work with allergy patients, we always want to get to the bowel, because many times people aren't having a bowel movement every day. Okay, so what if you are and you feel like your bowels are moving good? But I'm going to tell you, what if you had 15 meals caked up inside your bowel, and we had to clean out the bowel and then come in and detox your liver? You don't want to detox the liver into an already toxic bowel. It won't work. It'll just create, stress and havoc on that liver, and it'll back up into the lymph. And then it'll back, and the body says, well, I can't leave it in the lymph, so it's going to stick it out the ears, eyes, nose, throat as one of its, source solutions.
So one of the questions that just came into our text line, you can text us here at KHEA Radio. The number is 346-704-1806. Says, could you ask Dr. Chopper what he recommends for my son's cough and congestion? My old tendency is to take him to the doctor for an antibiotic, but I would like a more natural remedy. And that's kind of what we've been talking about this morning so far.
Yeah, it's just kind of, well, and what did I tell you guys? When does flu season start? When do people start getting sick?
After Halloween.
After Halloween. And it's because of the sugar. So guess what happened to all the sugar in my house on the 2nd?
Threw it away?
Absolutely. So trash day got, and I was told we should have sent all that candy to the soldiers. And I go, why would I poison my frontline military?
Whose suggestion was that?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
One of my patients goes, oh yeah, we give our candy to the soldiers. And I'm like, I probably should have, but then I go, but no, wait a second. I shouldn't have done that. I don't want to kill my soldiers. I love my people. And anyway, so natural remedies. Oh, I love it. I'm so glad you asked. And so Congoplex, we had it on the air last week. Again, going back, calcium lactate. It's a product that we use in our office. By the way, my office in League City, Texas, justlivewell.com. Give us a call, 281-554-8600. Stop by. It's at 815 East Main Street in League City, Texas. And you can pick up some of these things. But Congoplex almost sounds like congestion, and some people call it Congoplex, and this would be a really great solution. What it's inside of Congoplex is the magic. So it's got a really cool name, but it is what's inside that it counts the most. And it's got calcium lactate in it. Lo and behold, wow, the most abundant mineral for your immune system. So if you've got a kid with a fever, you got a kid with congestion, a chronic cough, if it's green sludge that he's coughing up, or if he's blowing green stuff out of his nose or yellow stuff out of his nose, that's classic infection. The mucous membranes are trying to purge whatever is stuck inside the lungs. And so there's also a product in there called Cataplex AC, which is a A and a C product that stimulates the mucous membranes immunity to ward off and forge ahead in dealing with whatever type of infection that might be brewing in your son. And then it's also got ribonucleic acid in it, which we've talked about in previous shows, that upregulates the brain's communication lines to your body. And what this does is this speeds up how quickly your body will be able to see the infection and then go after it. And then last but not least, if that wasn't enough, it's got something called Thymex in it, which is thymus cytosol extracts. And this stimulates white blood cell production from the T cells, from the bone marrow. And this is a really wonderful thing. And this is a perfectly blended product that will literally, most of the time, 95% of your symptoms will be remissed in one day. So you take 555 throughout the day, even for a kid, and just knock that thing out of there. Nobody's got time to be sick and feeling bad. That would be step one. If there's fever involved, or you want to be a little bit more aggressive, or he's chronically ill, you want to drop in straight calcium lactate, and you want to drop in sesame seed oil. Not sesame seed oil out of the jar, out of your cupboard. Unfortunately, once the bottle's been opened, it oxidizes to the point it's not going to have the same potency that's going to stimulate your bone marrow to produce more white blood cells. So you want all three. That'd be the trio. So it'd be calcium lactate. It would be sesame seed oil pearls, these little pearls that you can just chew up. They taste just like Chinese food.
I've had it.
And it's fantastic. My kids absolutely love it. My 2-year-old loves it. And then the Congoplex. And I have a chewable version for little ones, and I've got a adult version for, the big people. And this
trio. Can I still do the chewables?
Of course. On airplanes, just for the record. Thanks for bringing it in. You're on target this morning, pal.
Target today.
When we get on an airplane, my family and I, they reach over and they always will have Congoplex and Congoplex chewable and Catalan chewable sitting in the back seat of the airplane seat, and we chew 3 to 5 on the ascent of the airplane ride. At 10,000 feet, we take another dose, and then on the descent, and then you take another dose if there's an extra hour in your flight for whatever reason. But you go on the ascent, you take a dose. When you're at the 10,000 feet mark, there's a dose, and then on the descent, all the things that they make announcements for is when you're dosing, and you won't feel dragged out, or feeling like energetically withdrawn whenever you get off that airplane, or if you're prone to feeling little sinusy when you're on a plane, won't be there. You'll feel great when you get off that plane. Pretty cool.
I feel good right now.
Just talking about it, huh?
Just hearing it, I was thinking about those sesame seed little gummy things that we had last time. So there's a couple comments. Kat Sanford says, I love this snot and poo talk. Dr. Aaron Chapa knows his stuff. And I'm going to say Dr. Chapa's at it again. Talking about snot and poo. And then we have Jocelyn, who we had in last week. Jocelyn, she's the founder of Yummy Gummies for You. She said, yeah, they didn't even take any candy, and they threw it all away. Kurt, that should be a poll.
Yeah, how many of you guys actually? I mean, y'all should send in videos, parents. Like, how like they do on those night shows,
right,
where like you tell your kids that we ate all your candy.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all should totally send us some videos just so we can create our own little. How did it go for you? My kids understand how it works. We let them have some candy, because we don't want them to grow up resenting this whole world of health and wellness, because they're going to get into it, whether we believe they will or not. I want to believe that my kids will never get into it, but yeah, right. I'm a realist too. But what I do is when we got home that night, we took, a product called Cataplex B, which is water soluble B vitamins. It's got B4 in it. It's got B6 in it, B1, B2. It's a powerful sugar counter. I got a product called Cataplex GTF loaded with, chromium, and the chromium will help to balance out the amount of refined sugar they got into. Cod liver oil, replenishing, their body's needs. Then I give them Cataplex AC, straight AC, to, soothe those mucous membranes, because I know that sugar's irritating their gut lining. And, then I give them a 5 Congoplex, so then they go to sleep on that, and they'd wake up the next morning, and thankfully, we haven't been sick or anything of that nature.
Cool. I want to touch on something real quick. So you had mentioned you don't want your kids to grow up and resent, living healthy and well. Have you seen the movie Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, like with Johnny Depp, the newest one that's come out?
I have not.
And so his dad's a dentist, and he's not allowed to have any sugar.
Ever.
He's not allowed to eat any candy. And he's like, no, you cannot do that. What are you doing? Little Willy Wonka, and he grows up and becomes Willy Wonka, and is Dash going to grow up and have a chocolate factory one day?
You know what? I hope he does. He says he wants to be a billionaire, so I told him he's got to get started early, and he might. Who knows?
That'd be cool though.
The reality is I would just say thank you, son, for making sure that job security for your father in his old age is there.
That's true. Yeah.
I always joke around. No offense to the snow cone stand across the street, or the Shipley's up, the donut stand up the street, or the the cake pastry maker across the way. I just look at it like job security. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. And how that would have to be irony that it's like, hey,
it would be, but that's in some way that's how I think that's the Lord's humor at times.
Exactly. Like I've always joked, I hate tea. I don't drink tea, any kind of tea, sweet tea, hot tea, green tea, blue tea, purple tea. It doesn't matter. I don't like tea, but I could see myself one day like starting a tea company, and I'd be like, I don't drink it, but I guess it's good. Other people do. But
man, I'm telling you, so that's how. So at the end of last year, I got off of all caffeine products, and it was the best thing I ever did. Now, don't get me wrong, like. It was 36 years before I was introduced to coffee and actually consumed it black and enjoyed it. But after 2 years of doing it, man, I started getting migraines from it, and the coffee was waking me up at 4:45 in the morning. And it was really sad because, I really like bitter coffee, black coffee. And but the reality is it doesn't like me. But when I broke that addiction, one of the ways I did that is using herbal teas. I mean, vanilla hazelnut, ginger teas, I mean, there's so many good teas out there, especially if you're sick. And we're talking about flu a little bit this morning. We're talking about congestion, ginger teas at the at your store. Pick up the Yogi brand or Celestial Seasonings, or I mean, I'm sure there's better teas out there. You can spend big dollars on teas, but when you're in a bind and you don't know what to look for immunity tea. It says it on the box, and it's better than nothing. And as long as they don't have extra sugar in it, and get the stuff that has no caffeine, and start breaking yourself of the addiction of wanting rocket fuel to get through your morning, your day, or your afternoon, or your evening. And your body will thank you long term.
So Jocelyn has a question. She asked, what is the equivalent of a chewable Antronex, Antronex?
Yeah, so Antronex is it's a beef liver fat, so it's got a little bit of a bitter. It's quite yucky. It's probably worse than Thiamex, honestly. So I don't make people chew that one. But the chewable Antronex version would be Dehist Junior, and I'm assuming this is for your son. And so this, the Dehist Junior is a different product from a company called Orthomolecular, and Dehist is one of the number one selling products from that company in Houston because people suffer so badly with allergies. And so we use this product quite frequently to help boost people's antihistamine, support, and so that they can clear out infections. But you've got to go back to, hey, what's driving the need for Antronex? Antronex typically is a drainage remedy, and so I would say let's boost up the liver. So beets, so a product called Beta Food out of my office is a fantastic product. It's got a little bit of a sweet taste to it, and that would be a really nice step. Or just eat beets if they will eat beets. Asparagus is really good. Garlic is really good. Ginger is really good in order to create drainage. Whenever you have, say, if you don't even have Antronex, so what if you're just out traveling about? What are we going to be reaching for when we need to create some of these? We need to get rid of stagnation in the body.
Cool. Right now it's 9:01, top of the hour. You're listening to KHEAradio.com.
Oh,
99.5 FM. It's Kickstart. We're going to be on till about 10 o'clock today. We're cutting it short because we have some events going on with Abundant Life, who is our partner and sponsor here at KHEA. It's going to be an exciting time. You saw and had mentioned this, but Jesse Duplantis is going to speaking tonight at Abundant Life. You're a pretty big fan, huh?
I'm going to say Jesse Duplantis. I've been a fan of Jesse for many, many moons. I grew up in a church that Jesse would frequent quite a bit as a kid. Went last year to see Jesse Duplantis. I missed it this year, but at another church in Pasadena. Jesse is an absolute fireball. You just know that the Lord's got him because, what rain, sleet, or snow, that man is on fire.
Yeah,
and he loves Jesus. He loves bringing the gospel. He loves teaching. I have another engagement this evening, so I won't be able to make it. But I love me some Jesse Duplantis.
Yeah,
so if you're out and about and you want to get a really powerful dose, I'm sitting here talking about dose of herbs and stuff. Man, I'd get me a little dose of Jesse, and it'll take you many, many weeks down in months down the way. So
they always say, laughter is one of the
medicine.
It's a form of, and is that, have you seen anything like just people being like having joy and like actually that helping them?
Absolutely. We've had studies where people have been cancer ridden. They've been in the cancer room and they watched I Love Lucy videos. They watched, Johnny Carson reruns, and they laughed themselves well. The Bible talks about it in Proverbs. Laughter is a merry medicine. And so I think having a positive outlook on life and being joyful from within and knowing where your joy comes from, I think really can be is as much of a healing nutrient as any. Water's important, oxygen's important, but I would say that if you're not happy, you're going to just have a reason not to. There's an old saying that says, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
And so, if you're not happy, what if you're not happy because you've got an organ system that's broken? What if you've got, a nutritional deficiency that's not allowing those organs to manifest. There's a process in our bodies called somatovisceral responses. I know it's a big word, but it just means emotional organ responses. And what happens is, like, when your liver is toxic, you will find emotions like agitation, short fuse, angry. Don't be pointing at Kurt.
I was pointing at me.
Oh,
Sometimes when I just see Kurt, I have that anger, short fuse.
oh, just lost the unicorn fight. There's gonna be a unicorn taco fight here. in a second.
Every time he gets angry,
Man.
I have to hide the unicorn because he will punch it across the radio
That
room.
is-
Well, I'm not
That's
even necessarily angry. Sometimes I just
angry.
get fired
Gardy.
up.
Okay, fired up is better. So, but okay. So watch this. A healthy liver,
Yeah.
healthy liver drives passion. Fired up could be why he reaches over and smacks the unicorn.
He's so excited.
And so, but what about your digestive tract? When your digestive tract is irritated, you're going to be
Mhm.
more irritable. You're going to be more anxious. You're going to be more, nervous, nilly type sensation.
Mm-hmm.
And so the organs, like your spleen, if it's clogged up, and this is your red blood cell, white blood cell modulator, if it's backed up, you're going to find that you're going to be more self-deprecating. You're going to beat yourself up. You're going to think you're not good. You're going to take everybody, what they say, and be offended by it instead of just recognizing that's water off your back. And so every organ in the body has an emotion attached to it. And when it's weak, it's going to respond to negative emotions. So emotions can be countered with good, positive attitude, good, healthy relationships, punching the unicorn pinata. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Yeah.
It helps a little bit. Get that
That's
that emotion out. So we do have a question. This is from Kathy, who we actually met at Fob on Me Bistro and Grill the other day, and she owns a salon. It's in the area. If you're still on here, and I'm going to ask this question. Hey, what's the name of your salon? We need to go out there. She has an event going on, I think, in a couple weeks, and I told her she should come on and talk about it. But
And then y'all could have Kurt do a mohawk, and she
Yeah.
could
Why do I always get
or
dragged into this?
what if they dye your mustache? That would be cool. You could have like a yellow mustache or something, or maybe
I need to
purple.
shave the mustache.
just it needs a trim. It needs a trim, but
I thought this
It's looking
was No
strong.
Shave November.
it is a little bit. Yeah.
I mean,
Kathy
that's-
may be able to help us out.
Maybe.
And so she has a question. She said, how do you feel about nutritional yeast? And I don't even know what that is.
Okay, so nutritional yeast, I'm assuming that we're cooking with this nutritional yeast. We have nutritional yeast flakes that we actually sell in our office, loaded with B vitamins. Fantastic product. But it depends. Some nutritional yeast, you have to be careful. And this is where it's a little tricky when you're looking on the label. If it says hydrolyzed yeast, that's not the same as nutritional yeast. A hydrolyzed yeast could actually be an MSG product. Nutritional yeast is going to be rich in B vitamins. It's going to be rich in helping the body restore nutritional deficiencies. So a great thing you could cook with, sprinkle it on stuff. We put it in shakes all the
cool.
time, and it's very simple. And so that not a bad idea at all. Totally love it.
So, okay, some other people were talking about Kurt's beard, and I have seen this on social media last year where somebody said, hey, do a Christmas mustache, but they've also done put glitter and ornaments in people's beards. I saw, that was like a fad or like a thing last year. Kurt,
What do you think about that?
holiday season's here. He's a big
You can
fan of.
start wearing around turkeys in your mustache.
Yeah, that's better because he's a fan of not celebrating Christmas early.
So that's right. We just do turkeys and
I see the wheels turning in his head.
Maybe some.
I'm just wondering why I always get dragged into the bad things.
What's
not
bad
bad.
about what? Us wanting you to look nice.
Hey, look at this.
I want you to find your wife.
That's right. You got to just stand. You got to set yourself
Dang.
apart.
Yeah, dude. You blend in with the crowd. It's not going to work. You got to have that Christmas stash with ornaments and be healthy.
So here's a nice thought too that we haven't talked about yet. Lauren says that thanks, Lauren, for this. Your emotional oils that you apply over your liver. So and this is too. Whenever you have a negative emotion, recognize it.
Mhm.
If you can name a thing, Aristotle says, you can control a thing. And so if you have a negative emotion floating through your mind and your body, target it. So
Mhm.
if you're angry and agitated and want to hit the unicorn, easy. Take Mentran, Adaptocrine, Nevaton. I can't sell enough of this stuff in my office or keep enough of it on stock because people buy it up all the time. It's our emotional triad. And so just like we have an immune triad, the congoplex, the calcium lactate, and the sesame seed oil, we have an stress triad. The stress of the holidays is upon us. Kurt's already nervous about there being Christmas stuff up at the local stores. So he's already emotionally stressed out.
Yeah.
And so adaptocrine, Mintran, Nevaton. This is ashwagandha. This is rhodiola. This is Rehmannia. This is holy basil. This is magnesium and calcium. This is skullcap, St. John's. I mean, there's all kinds of herbs and power in these triads that I've put together, and they just make it easy for you guys to start taking care of those stress needs. When your stress level hits a 7, 8, 9, or a 10 on a 0 to 10 scale, and some of you might go, that's an understatement, I'm at a 15. Hey, if that's you, then you need my stress protocol. And just call our office, 281-554-8600. It'll rock your world. I mean, it will, within 15 minutes to 50 minutes, you'll feel the heat out of the collar. It'll feel like this.
Really? Wow.
And so, like, I had a lady, she got in a car wreck, and she was all stressed out, and we started feeding her the stress protocol, the stress triad. And that's going to be adaptocrine, Mintran, Nevaton. Why? Because when your body is stressed out in the 7, 8, 9, or 10 zone, whether it's due to something tragic, whether it's due to just, something got you stirred up, what happens is you are reactive to your environment. And so the whole day gets off because of one situation that puts you into that wrong state. And if you can't get down on your own through good, healthy breathing tactics, or maybe it was that morning you missed your exercise, you ate maybe something you shouldn't have, like a, Bang energy. I'm just kidding.
It's Bang water.
Yeah, Bang water. If you just had that morning where you just off your rocker and you just didn't do your normal morning routine, this could be something that can help pull you back on track, the adaptocrine, Mintran, Nevaton combo, because it will help your body stabilize within minutes to an hour. And some patients I've had, I had to do a couple hours in a row of them dosing, but that's whenever there's something more going on when somebody needs that much extra support. But again, guys, these are ideas to help support you through the emotional season of the holidays and make it more fun. So,
Curt, what you got?
Lauren says, how many would you start with daily?
Are we talking about the adaptocrine, Mintran, Nevaton?
I believe so.
I'm going to assume.
She just asked it.
Yeah. Okay. So what I would say is you do 2 adaptocrine, you do 2 Nevaton, and 2 Mintran. And that will knock it down. If you're not somebody, if it's more like a 7, you probably just need 2 adaptocrine, 1 Mintran, 1 Nevaton. But the closer it gets to 10, bring it into the 2s.
Yeah, Lauren also said Mama 4 needs them daily, not just in moments of chaos.
This is true. I think every mom needs, to be considerate of taking care of their stress responses, because here's the deal. I mean, not that dads don't need it, because sometimes dads can come home and they're grumpy from a long day, but or just a commute to and from work.
Traffic.
I mean, I could make this is why I'm talking about it on the air, and this is why I created a triad that we could talk about, because people's minds think in triads. We think we can remember 3s really well. So if I can teach you guys some protocol of what to do when, you're going to have a tool until we can get you in the office and test you out. One of the things we want to do is we want to teach people how to do what's called a timeline history and find out, hey, when did all this stuff start? How long have you been dealing with this stuff? People don't appreciate it. I had a patient tell me this yesterday. He goes, yeah, people don't appreciate, all the years it took them to get into the boat that they're in. Mm-hmm. That was a revelation he had. And this guy came in with anxiety. He came in with insomnia, couldn't sleep at night. He came in, with just constant, feeling overwhelmed with life, and thought that life was just, kicking him in the teeth, and he couldn't get traction in his work, and it was stressing out his relationship, and he just wasn't enjoying life. I had another lady, she was on 7 different psychiatric medications, and those psychiatric medications are just suppressing who she really was and is. And man, with all those chemical reactions taking place, no wonder she was also suicidal. and you don't have to lean on those drugs like that. We can find better tools, better options to pull you out of the funk that you're in. And it's not overnight, unfortunately. Sometimes it takes 6, 9, 12 months to pull people out of these places. But if they'll just stick with it long enough, and that's one of the hardest things that we do with patients, is getting people to stick with it long enough. It's sticking with it long enough means that you're not expecting the quick fix. We're not giving you drugs. We're giving you tools that support your digestive tract. We're giving you tools to support your immune system. We're teaching you what you should eat more of, what you should eat less of, so that your body is less inflamed. And your body has then, when it's not inflamed, an opportunity to heal. And that's what everybody really wants. They just don't realize that it will take time to get it sometimes if you've been sick a long time.
Right now it's 9:14. You're listening to KHEAradio.com, 99.5 FM. It's Kickstart. We're going to be on till 10 o'clock today. We're usually on till 11. There's a lot of stuff going on and continuing to go on this week. So me and Curt, we started a new lifestyle. We're making a switch, and that actually started a little bit yesterday, but we kind of, with our schedules in this conference, it's kind of all over the place. But you remember our friends from Naked Nutrition? They have the juice bar. They also do some pre-prep food.
Pre-prep foods, right?
So we're going to try and do breakfast and lunch if our schedules allow for the foreseeable future. So that way we can kind of get back on track and make sure we're eating healthier options and smaller portions so we can be good during this holiday season.
Yeah.
And so I'm just wondering, because Curt brought in his cookie. Did you not eat your breakfast today?
This was yesterday.
Okay. Did you have your breakfast today?
No, it's still in the fridge. It's in the fridge in the back. So I'm probably going to, after the show, do the breakfast at 10 because I don't know if we have a lunch today, but I'm not going to eat the lunch. So I'm going to wait till after the lunch to eat. So I'll come back. So I'm doing more of a later breakfast, later lunch kind of thing.
Okay. Interesting.
But it's healthy stuff. I had the turkey yesterday, the turkey meatballs.
Yeah.
They were really good. It was meatballs with, I believe it was cauliflower on the side and then broccoli as well.
Dude, sign me up.
It was amazing.
Yeah. And so, one of the things that I just, it's funny that we're all kind of getting, this is good. I have patients right now that are doing detoxes. I got patients on a 10-day blood sugar programs. I just started an anti-candida diet. And do I have candida? Sure. I mean, I think we all have some level of, yeast overgrowth and or, bacterial overgrowth going on. But I think that one of the things that I do is I'm pretty consistent over the course of life, like eating well these days. But so this candida diet, I don't think it's going to be terribly hard, but this is what I already noticed, and it's only been a day. So I don't eat a lot of fruit. I don't eat a lot of, I think my biggest downfall is I fell in love with those cassava chips. I don't know if you those yucca fruit. And it's basically a root vegetable, but it's starchy and I see that it kind of bloats the stomach a little bit and it slows down digestion. And so I decided to do this anti-candida diet and that I put together with another doc up in Katy, and one day I was literally wanting a date, like I was like craving a date. And that's one of my no foods for right now. But I'm gonna go.
That's a weird craving, by the way. I'm gonna say that's not normal.
Well,
like I really want
to. 24 years I've been playing this game. I've been 15 years old. I started this whole thing.
Yeah.
So for me, that's what I was getting at. I have these ideas like, what if we drink 40 ounces of water in 5 minutes or 3 minutes?
Yeah.
What would happen? And because that volume of water will knock trash off the bowel that needs to come out that you can't normally get out. And so I have these ideas because I'm literally playing with these ideas when nobody sees me. Y'all see me on the air and I'm talking about this stuff, but I think some of my ideas are just from living this out. And me and one of my marketeers, Ashley, she is helped put together, hey, here's some healthy recipes, because we're looking for recipes for teenagers. What does the teenager world love and like? Because, what I think is good and hearty, they don't, right?
I can tell you what teenagers like. They like Takis and hot Cheetos.
Well, that's right. But I mean, that's chemicals and stuff that is not anything valuable in their body. Nothing.
Right.
I have this book that I'm reading right now. It says, it's called Don't Eat the Wallpaper. And I'm like, what is that? And what it is it's talking about here, please don't eat the wallpaper. The Teenager's Guide to Avoiding Trans Fats, Enriched Wheat, and High Fructose Corn Syrup. Nothing magical. It's nothing that I haven't already talked about. But the reality is yeah, there you go. Give it to the team.
Handing it to Ethan.
And so, but she basically gave me this idea that what if the idea isn't necessarily to give them my diet, right? What if the idea is just to teach them to read a label? Like when you pick up a wrapper, if the wrapper says enriched flour, like look on that cookie, does it say enriched flour as the number one ingredient for the ingredient?
Well, Kurt's looking at that wrapper.
Enriched wheat flour.
Okay, so watch that. The minute it says enriched wheat flour, you're eating glue. That is not anything that you want to consume. And so so if you teach people to look at labels, if it says partially hydrogenated oil, it's plastic and petroleum.
That's why we use the koozies. We cover up the nutritional ingredients, so that we don't.
You're living in ignorance. Ignorance is bliss, guys. Ignorance is bliss. That's what I've always been told. That's my motto. That's my philosophy. But the idea is, what if we just teach people to avoid products that have high fructose corn syrup in it? What if we because there are drinks out there that are healthy. We sell a product in our office called Ultima, and it's fantastic. People love kombucha. People. There's options out there with these herbal teas that I'm throwing out. They're sweet, they're flavorful. You could put stevia in it and find a way to make it taste, acceptable to your taste buds. Instead of buying sausages that have bad oils in it, buy Applegate Farm sausage. They have they don't have high fructose corn syrup. They don't have partially hydrogenated oil in there. But see, it's like you're giving the same solution just in a different wrapper, and then instead of Ritz crackers, you're buying a better Ritz cracker variety. I mean, there's others. The same with the saltines. People reach to comfort foods, and people reach to what I know how to do, not necessarily what I want to do or what I should do. And so one of my missions is just to help people recognize hey, let's not make this hard, especially for families of 4. Or families of 6. I got a family of 6. And when we start looking at labels and we start teaching people to see the poison, then they're less likely to pick it up, because there's quote unquote healthier, wrapped packaged stuff out there that even though it doesn't have these ingredients in it, it has a lot of other chemicals. But there's a lot of products that have real clean wheat or have a real clean, fat, or that has a real clean, ingredient label. If you see trans fat on your label and it says even 1 gram of trans fat, put it back. It ain't worth buying. And again, what will happen is over time, we will change the food that is being served to us in our stores if we change our buying habits. So therefore, we got to make a change in what are we looking at on the label. And so if you see enriched flour in your crackers today or in your cookies today, put it back. Just don't buy that one. Buy one that doesn't have it. If you see high fructose corn syrup, hey, put it back. It ain't worth doing. If you see MSG, put it back. It ain't worth doing. If you see partially hydrogenated oil or artificial sugar like sucralose or aspartame or saccharin, put it back. It's not worth putting in your body. And so if it's those are the simple things. So you find gums that don't have sucralose in it, or red number 16 and yellow number 42 and blue 76. Those are chemicals that you don't want to be putting in your body. And so if we start looking for better options that don't have all these ingredients, the first time you're looking, guys, it's going to take you a little longer in the store. But once you find the things that you like, guess what's going to happen? It's going to be as fast as ever, because all this stuff is out there. Go to Irma's Nutrition Store, or go to the Natural Living Store in Nassau Bay and League City. Great places to start when you don't know what to eat. Go to places that have a good arsenal of already selected foods until you acclimate your eyes to what is healthy. Mm-hmm. And so we always want to be reaching to better choice foods. And that's what we're doing at our office. So
we have a couple comments on that. Jocelyn suggested that you should maybe have a show where we focus on alternative examples. And Lauren said, if there was like a cheat sheet to help, kind of.
I'll start building that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds like a great idea. And I think especially with this holiday season, and especially with the more that we're informing people and informing the world about what it is to live well, be well, and stay well. Yeah, we need these ideas, and we can all come together and build these arsenal and share each other. It's like the village, it takes a village, and I think we are the village. And, I've got my tribe, and every one of you could have an influence on a tribe of people that look to you and want your guidance. And we just want to make sure that we're giving you the best possible information available. So that's why we enjoy being here with you guys. So
it's like us with Ethan.
Yeah, he's just, welcome. He's our little friend.
I will say this looks like a young Ethan on the cover.
I was going to say the exact same thing.
Ethan,
Ethan, did you take a picture for this book cover?
Were you a model whenever, like a child model?
Ethan.
He's not denying it.
He's not denying it. Hey, so here's the deal. We're wrapping up here. So I just wanted to let everybody know, visit our website, justlivewell.com. We have a lot of great health surveys out there. We also, our phone number, 281-554-8600. Just a quick little recap. We've talked about immune modulation today. So Congaplex, sesame seed oil, calcium lactate, great products to help you in the immune response season. Stress management, Adaptocrine, Mentran, and Neviton, some of our favorite triads to help you guys live better, stress better, to work through this, the challenges of the day. We don't want you to reach into alcohol at night. We don't want you to reach into starches and sugar. It's not a long-term fix. It's a short-term, checkout moment, but ultimately in the long run, it's going to pay negative dividends to your overall wellness and vitality plan. And we want you to choose wellness one bite at a time. And we want you to choose these alternatives that we're talking about. And we believe that at our office, between Jennifer and I and my team of staff, that we're actually heading out to Charlotte, North Carolina next week. We're going to be going to the research and development facility for Standard Process, and we're going to basically see the cutting edge, state of the art research and development going on in the world today when it comes to all these different ideas and topics. So we're taking our office team out there to tackle this new insight.
That's awesome. Dr. Shop, I have a question. So this lymphatic formula, I've been waiting to ask this the entire program so far. If I take this, will this help me have a better day? If I take one?
I mean, in my opinion, yes. And I'll tell you why. For one concept alone, bitters always drive health. Bitters also drive healthy mucous membranes. Bitters change the dynamics of your digestive tract. And remember, I think on our second show, we talked about there is 3 million more neurotransmitters in your digestive tract than there is in your brain. So we're going to change and get your neurotransmitters to be like those butterflies that fly in formation. So yes, you will have a better day.
I can't argue with that. I want to have a better day. So I'm going to take this, just one dropper, right?
No, I do too. Make it worth it.
Kurt did a couple.
I did too. I did too.
I got it on tape. I moved the camera over and you're like,
move the camera so everybody sees Gardy.
I'll try. Yeah, check me out, guys. I'm going to take a couple of these. Weed Botanical.
No, again, so this is from a guy out in Austin named Dr. Weed. I know it's an awesome. People say, Choppa, you sell weed at your office?
A little bit.
Yes, we sell weed at our office, but it's Weed Botanicals. It's not what you're thinking.
I had a bitter taste when I put it in my mouth.
Woo,
and maybe because of, what I was going through yesterday. Like, I don't know about Gardy, if you felt that bitterness.
Tastes delicious. No, it's a little bitter. Has that bitterness.
Yeah, mine was like almost like I couldn't stand it, and I think it's because of the allergies. It did help. I didn't have a voice when I walked in today for the radio show.
It was nice.
And so
but you sound completely normal. I would have never even known that.
A little bit. I still feel a little bit in my throat.
I mean, but you guys have been busy. I mean, y'all putting in a lot of time here at the church, getting ready. Y'all have had Y'all have had an event almost every night?
Yeah, since Sunday morning.
Well, not
we
even
were
that.
even Saturday.
I was gonna say prepping on we had a work day Saturday and then Friday and all that stuff. It's been a long couple weeks, but it's been good and
it's been positive.
So far, it's been great. So we have Molly who asks a question. We're gonna get this answered if we can. So Molly said, "I've been doing keto and I've been getting spasms and Charlie horses. They say a banana can help, but that's not necessarily keto friendly. So Dr. Choppa, what do you suggest to kind of help with this Charlie horses?"
So Charlie horses are like ulcers and fever blisters. They're a check engine light. So your body is telling you that you could be So and I love talking this out because this is powerful. It's simple. The simple answer is you need to come to my office and get some calcium lactate. Simple answer. But why is it the right answer? The why is what is going to help you make good choices later on. And so what happened when you started doing keto? What you eat's important, but what you don't eat is more important, right? So keto pulls out. I love you, Gardy. Thank you for that.
Come on, Kurt.
I mean,
I was a little behind.
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Say it. What you don't eat is more important. What you don't,
Don't
eat is
eat.
more important. So
I'm sorry, because if I don't eat, then I can't say cheese.
That's true. That's true.
All right.
So and so there's when it comes to keto, you're taking out inflammatory foods.
Yeah.
And when you take out those inflammatory foods, your body is now in a more prime state to detoxify. And what does that mean? That you're getting rid of contaminants that your body cannot use, that is stuck deep inside your tissues, and that your body cellularly is purging them out. Now, if I could unitize toxins, which I can't, but if I could unitize them down to like a unit of this equals a unit of that, for every unit of toxin that you have in your body, and everybody that's listening and everybody that's not listening, you have toxins. And so when you have these toxins built up in your body, it steals 2 to 3 mineral units out of your body. And when you steal 2 to 3 mineral units out of your body, you're going to be susceptible to Charlie horses, cramps, aches, anxiety in your legs, feet, arms, and hands. And so the whole idea about needing calcium, that's your body's check engine light crying out for calcium. That's your body's check engine light crying out that it is detoxifying. Maybe you need some Antranex to do some drainage work. And so absolutely come get some Antranex, come get some calcium lactate. And my daughter came to me just the other night and she says to me, why do my bones hurt? She literally goes, she said, yeah, why do my bones hurt? And I said, oh, you're growing, honey. And I gave her a handful of calcium lactate, and I haven't heard from her in 3 days. Now I've talked to her,
Where's she at?
but we didn't talk about her legs hurting anymore.
That's funny.
And so it is an absolute amazing, and I'm talking in sometimes seconds, this can be resolved. And an easy thing we do in the office, it's called a mineral analysis. We'll actually take a calcium cuff, like a blood pressure cuff, crank it up around your calf. And if you can't hold and sustain pressure of 300 pounds of pressure from that cuff, then you have a calcium deficiency in the tissue. And that means that the bones are struggling. That means that your visceral organs are struggling. And so definitely something that we can, work with. And then somebody just asked real quick, I know we got to wrap it up. Can you repeat the information about the neurotransmitters in the gut? So yeah, we're just talking quickly about when you have a healthy gut lining, there's 3 million more neurotransmitters in your digestive tract than there is in your brain. And basically your gut feeling is right. So, Gardy was just asking, how do I get my butterflies to fly in formation so I have a better day? Bitters. So red clover, cleavers, the lymphatic tonic, golden seal, chaparral, very strong bitters, that will help move that along. It could be the Cataplex AC. I know Amber, she loves that stuff. Cataplex AC nourishes the mucous membranes in the digestive tract. The healthier the gut lining, the healthier the brain. And so the gut lining is, if you look at it and if you just Google the digestive tract, it looks just like your brain, or just compare the pictures and they look very much the same. So guys, it's been a great show. I could sit here all day. I love being with y'all. I hope y'all know how much I enjoy it.
We're going to miss you next week.
Yeah.
No, I'll be here.
Oh, you will?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can we at least get these last two answered real quick?
Whatever. Yeah, y'all the boss. I'm game.
So Misty from Naked Nutrition, who we're working with, and we're going to be eating their delicious food and then doing some good stuff here. She asks, is there anything for a citrus allergy, orange, lemon, lime, grapefruit?
So, assuming that you're saying that people are having allergies to oranges, lemons, limes, and grapefruits, right? So it'll be just like onions and just like garlic. It is an absolute liver congested issue. We decongest the liver, and so we use beets, asparagus, Brussels sprouts, very powerful to do that. I use a beet product in my office called Beta Food, AF Beta Food, Liviplex. I also use dandelion root as an herbal coffee. It's no caffeine, and it will drain the lymphatics of the liver. We also use milk thistle and aka silymarin, depending on who taught you, to clean up the liver. Juniper berries, fantastic for cleansing the liver. We have products that have these things in there, PhytoCore, SP Cleanse. We have an arsenal, like literally. I'm so glad that you asked such a, it's a strange question, but it's really relative to what you do in your business, because you sell shakes and things of that nature. And I used to have an orange allergy where I would eat an orange and I'd get ulcers. And it's because my body had a congestion issue. And it was, once I cleaned up that congestion issue, I can have oranges like with the best of them. And it's amazing. And because, I mean, really and truly, those things should not be causing us problems. And some of it, too, could be that it's the contaminants that are on these things. These are highly processed foods, and they have a lot more pesticide and things of that that people are allergic to. Just goes back to the same conversation with wheat. But I'll tell you one last thing on when you have an obscure allergy, such as oranges, lemons, limes, or cucumbers, or avocado, heaven forbid. What happens is you have a wheat, dairy, corn, and soy allergy. And if you stop the wheat and dairy and you avoid the corn and avoid the soy, what winds up happening is your body will naturally get rid of the bulk allergens that you have, and then you'll be able to tolerate oranges and lemons and limes and grapefruits again. And so that is a great question.
Cool. And then Roger has one as well. And I remember we talked about this, I think maybe last time.
Motion sickness.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So the motion sickness stuff is going to be the chewable congoplex. If you're an adult, or actually there's two on the same, in the same vein. Thymex, I like to chew it, but if you're not going to be chewing it, do the chewable congoplex, or just take the regular congoplex, and sesame seed oil. Those two will directly affect the inner ear, and the eustachian tubes clean those things out, and it'll allow the inner ear to drain more effectively. And that way people can start, they'll have less dizzy when they go from lying to standing, less vertigo, less ringing tinnitus in the ears. I mean, it's really powerful.
That's awesome. Well, Dr. Chapa, one more time, tell people how they can get a hold of you, your website, and social media stuff.
So absolutely. My name is Dr. Aaron Chapa, Living Well Clinical Nutrition Center. We are here and believe that all life starts and stops at the cellular level, and nutrition is the fundamental backbone that helps your body get traction and get good health happening. We know that whatever you're dealing with, whether it's headaches, allergies, whether it's chronic fatigue, whether you're just struggling, if you got kids that struggle with ADD, ADHD, whatever the issues are, we believe that food matters. And one step in front of the other, we can give you guidance and tools and direction if you're willing to integrate it. If you're willing to let us be the puzzle solver, give us a call, 281-554-8600, or visit our website at justlivewell.com and let us know how we can serve you best.
Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you next week, Tuesday.
All right. God bless you guys.
8:30. Right now, it's 9:36 a.m. You're listening to KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM. We're going to play a quick song. We're going to keep it going on Facebook, and we're going to be back talking about what's going on tonight, what's going on this week, and what we have coming up in the next couple weeks. It's going to be a busy time.
Yeah, you're listening to 99.5 FM, KHEA Radio.
All right, guys. Hopefully everyone's doing good. Yeah, hit up Dr. Chapa if y'all have any more questions. I know if you call his office, you can get something scheduled, or I think on his website there's some surveys you can take, kind of help you out as well.
Little fast track stuff for sure.
Mm-hmm. And it's safe to put my taco back up now.
Why'd you take it down?
It was flying in my passion. In my passion, I was like,
it was getting offended by all the
no cheese talk.
No cheese talk.
Hey, look, there is no cheese on that.
Look, there's some tomato, lettuce, and some kind of meat.
Is that turkey meat?
Turkey,
I'm
onions.
gonna assume that white stuff is
Not
onions.
sour cream. Yeah, it's onions.
Definitely onions.
Definitely. Hey, so
it's not a corn taco.
So we have an 80-20 poll going on right now. Should Curt get his beard decorated?
Almond flour tacos.
80% say yes.
20% said no.
Angie, what's up? Do you think Curt should have his beard decorated for the holiday season? We got Thanksgiving. We can maybe hang a turkey, and then Christmas we'll hang some ornaments.
I think it needs to be longer.
Glitter, but it'll grow. It's growing every day, Curt.
Shave November, Curt. I mean, you'll shave it all this month. I'm sure they want.
Yep.
Glitter beard.
Glitter beard. I agree. That's a thing. I've seen it on social media, so it must be true and must be a thing. So we have some stuff going on tonight. We're gonna have Jesse Duplantis at Abundant Life tonight. Everybody is invited. Come hang out. Bring a friend. Say what's up to Kurt. Say what's up to me. And at 5:30, we're gonna have food trucks in the parking lot. We're gonna have a petting zoo in the parking lot. There's gonna be bounce houses. There was a mechanical bull. I was trying to get Kurt to ride it in his hot dog costume, but he wasn't really feeling well due to his allergies, and he was like, "I'm not gonna do that. I hate KGA radio." He didn't say that, but that's what I was kind of feeling.
Dang.
What in Tar Heels?
I know. I was like, dude,
my heart just sank.
Mine
You can't
too.
talk like that ever.
my heart
Kurt.
broke.
I never said that.
You said a lot that you don't remember due to
I don't
the Benadryl.
remember. I don't remember a lot.
The Benadryl talking.
Oh man, it was yeah.
You shouldn't do Benadryl. You should do lymphatic formula and a fighter, anything but Benadryl.
If it's gonna make you forget stuff, and I like
Or
yesterday,
act crazy.
he was like looking rough. I'm like, "Are you awake right now?" Because he took it, went home, and I think slept for a little bit, and then, man, it was the weirdest thing. We had all these conversations, and now he doesn't remember them. He was asking Ethan if his hair looked good, and Ethan was like, "Yeah, it looks okay. Why? Is there someone here trying to impress?" And he was like, "No." And now he doesesn't even remember having that.
I don't remember
conversation.
any of that conversation.
You just sound like Kermit the Frog there.
No.
That's my Kurt voice.
Do you have do a Kurt voice?
There's plenty of different ones. Whenever
Yes,
he
sir.
walks in like late, it's like 2 minutes before 8:30. He's like, "Good morning, sir," and then say something like cheese. Say cheese.
Cheese. I'm
Cheese.
hungry.
I'm hungry. That's my Kurt voice. Yeah. He's a little Nebraska, but he's our little Nebraska here at KHEA Radio. So yeah, we're gonna get Kurt a glitter beard. I think it's a great idea.
Oh, it's great. It's fantastic.
So if the
idea.
bull's back and you're feeling better, are you gonna ride it in the hot dog?
Possibly tonight. If the bull's back.
I hope the bull comes back. Angie, come ride the bull. So yeah, at 5:30, the food trucks are gonna be out there. So the way we've been doing things is like what you can get something from the food truck for free, and the church is providing that. So you come in through the front door, you talk to people where the registration takes place. They're going to give you a ticket. You take the ticket, you go back out to a food truck, and you can get something for free. If you have kids, the bounce houses are free. Is the petting zoo free?
Petting zoo is free.
Yeah, the petting zoo is free. So it's
Thank
Jim's.
you, because I have to shoot some videos for it. But
You already have like a ton of video for it.
I have to shoot another video in order to make up for it being free for the.
How much footage do you need of? It's the same animals.
They want to like at a certain event, so I'm doing that so that people can go and pet the animals for free. So go and pet the animals for free.
You sound like you're really upset about it.
No, I love it. I want more people to go and pet the animals for free.
Okay, dude.
Come
I'm
on.
sorry.
Come on.
Man, dude. Kurt's on edge. Kurt,
I'm not on
you need
edge.
take some more of this. I put some in your energy drink whenever you weren't looking, trying to get it in there any way possible. Oh yeah, I imagine. Yeah, Kurt. I just hope Kurt remembers today. Huh?
6th of November. Remember the 6th of November.
Did they teach you that in homeschool?
Because Jesse Duplantis is in the house.
Exactly.
This November.
Remember the 6th of November. Or is it the 6th of December?
It's not any of those. It's not neither of those.
Wasn't it the V for Vendetta? Wasn't it? Remember.
Gosh, that was an amazing. I mean, it's a terrible movie, but it's an amazing movie.
Remember the 6th of November? Or is it the 6th of December?
I don't know. So yeah, did everybody vote already? There's like local elections going on. There's
It's game time.
Senate seats. You got to vote today. I need to vote. I did not early vote, so
Dude, you better get
I'm gonna
after
be
it.
voting. You already voted?
Early voting, dude.
I should have early voted. Kurt's he registered to vote, so that's good.
They don't even need your card as long as you had your driver's license. You're good. That's all they ask
I hear
of
you don't
us.
even have to be a citizen half the time, depending on where you
Well,
go.
That's the answer to a different question, my friend.
Okay. Ethan can't vote yet.
Be able to vote in the next
That's what's up.
That's scary to think about.
You already know who you're voting for?
for.
Well, yeah, no one knows, but
We know one candidate who's running.
Ethan's going to vote for himself. The Rock, Kanye has said he's going to be running.
Awesome.
But Trump's running too.
Well, I don't know if Kanye, if he's on his ticket.
I thought Donald said he was only going to do one term.
Yeah,
I mean, he might change his mind.
Things are subject to change, but yeah, make sure you vote. Just do your research, and I don't know. These local
Pray
elections
hard.
mean a lot as well. And I know even if you decide to vote straight ticket one way, the local elections, they do not. You have to go down and manually do them because it's not with a party. Local elections are just local elections. You got something to say?
No. Publishing the poll, but I don't know how to publish it.
How many polls have you published?
There we go. Publish the poll results.
Yeah, you want to go on after this, Kurt?
We can if you
All
want
right,
to,
let's
and
do it.
then finish out. Are you coming with us to the couples lunch?
Is your girlfriend coming?
She's not my. She's not.
Oh, they're
they're
just-
Are y'all going as a couple?
Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Kurt.
It's Tuesday. I think it's November 6th because that's what you've been saying over and over again.
Remember the 6th of November.
And I do remember. So we have Jesse Duplantis at Abundant Life tonight, and we have an event that's taking place actually like at 11:30. So we're going to be going to that. It's at Noah's Event Center in Dickinson. And then I'm going to go try and vote somewhere, just anywhere. I'm just going to go on the stream and be like, where can I vote? And there's a lot of places, I believe.
Yes, speaking of that event tonight at 5:30, if you want to, there are free food trucks, so free food, and then a free petting zoo. There'll be bounce houses for the kids. So if you get off of work and you want to come down and get free food and then listen to Jesse Duplantis, you can as well.
Yeah, that's cool. So it's going to be fun. 5:30 in the Abundant Life Christian Center parking lot, which is where KHEA Radio is located at 601 Delaney Road in Lamarck, Texas, off of exit 13. Just come out and you'll see the bounce houses out there. You'll see the food trucks. You'll be able to get something for free off the food trucks. You'll be able to have your kids be in the bounce houses. Yesterday, they had a mechanical bull. I was trying to get Kurt on. He wasn't having it.
No, maybe tonight. If the mechanical bull is there tonight, I'll jump on there with the hot dog suit.
Intern Ethan, did you get on the bull yesterday? No, he wanted to, but you were busy probably helping
Do
work.
they have a restriction on like weight limits or anything like that for
Like-
that mechanical bull?
Why?
No.
Are you worried?
He's looking for any way to get out of that.
I'm just saying it's for kids.
No,
You
it's
know,
not.
maybe they might have an age restriction.
No, I don't think that's for kids. I think that's for adults because kids can't get on that. What, they're gonna throw a baby off of that mechanical bull? No, sir.
Can
Not
KHA
today.
Junior go up there with me?
Yes, KHA Junior can go.
You haven't seen KHEA Junior since KHEA Junior was born, Kurt.
You've abandoned him?
Yes.
It's just wrong.
He doesn't even wear the watch. He got a watch engraved with KHEA Junior, and then he just decided not to wear it.
I see it sitting on the couch.
As your
every
financial
day.
advisor, I am regretting my decision to check off you're okay to make that purchase.
Yeah, I asked you. and
Yeah,
you said go for it.
I thought you were gonna wear
I
it.
wear it, but I have like 8 watches, so
At
they
home.
have to switch.
I wear it at home on the couch. Well,
That's
there you
funny.
go. Now you know. I didn't know. But this is Kickstart. We're going to be on only till 10 o'clock. So we have about 12 and a half minutes left. We're having some fun. We had Dr. Chapa in studio. He's actually still in studio.
I'm just hanging out. I just don't want to leave today. I love you guys.
He's
No, I'm
like,
actually just
do I have to
responding
go
to.
back to work.
I'm responding to all. I'm actually going to be on a podcast with the great Dark Wolf.
Dark
really,
Wolf
we love
JJ.
Yeah.
man. Tell him we need some more
We need more
C4 bananas.
Cellucor.
No, all right, I'll tell him today.
Yeah,
Did
tell
you-
him to have his rep call us because we only want to drink the best, you know. And if it may be Cellucor, it may be Bang, it may be Rep, I do not know. It may be water. Hit me up, Aquafina.
Are you gonna tell him about our C4 bananas?
What do you mean? I'm going to tell him he needs to bring out some more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tell
So
him.
you guys like to drop bombs on yourselves. I'm
A
not
little
quite
bit.
there. You know,
Yeah.
I'm still just using fire extinguishers through water.
H2O. Yeah, tell him about the idea. Kurt we've been putting Cellucor C4 on Kurt's bananas in the morning, and then he's been eating them, and it's an energy banana, trademark, KHEA Radio 2018.
Yeah, we have it on video.
Yeah, and so just pitch that idea to him, see what his thoughts are. Maybe he can tell Cellucor about it, and we'll see where it goes from there.
But it's trademarked, so Cellucor
That's right.
cannot steal it.
That's right.
We're willing to license it.
That's right. I mean,
Well, I
absolutely.
mean, we might sell them the idea for $2.3 billion, but
Or
billion dollars.
Billion
dollars.
Hey, at this point, $2.3, you could get a banana or three. $2.3, that's $2.30. Hey, that'd be cool too. Get some bananas going. Hey, what's up, Solion? Good morning, everybody watching on Facebook. Good morning. If you're listening in your car, what do you have going on today? We're going to be hanging out here at KHEA Radio and Abundant Life Christian Center because we have an event going on tonight. We're excited. It's going to start at 7. Everybody come at 5:30. There's going to be food trucks, fun, family. Kurt's going to ride a bull and a hot dog.
man, last night was
Costume.
also really cool. Ron Carpenter was preaching, and I tell you what, I might have a new pastor that I'm going to be listening to more often.
Here's what's cool. So we have a lot of guest ministers that come in. His so he has about 200, it was over 250,000 followers on his Facebook page. What people do not do whenever they come here is they share out our live stream. So either he did it or his son or somebody who controls the social media was here or knew that was the stream. They shared it out. On average, we'll maybe finish with 20 people watching, 25 people. If it's something, maybe 40 people at the most on our stream. I looked and there was 260 people watching our service at Abundant Life last night. That's the most we've ever seen the stream.
We ended with 7,000 people. So imagine who was sitting here and make that 7,000.
Yeah.
Usually it's about 1,000 to watch.
Yes.
On a
That's
normal
powerful.
Sunday.
That's
And there were 7,000. And it's just because somebody decided, hey, I'm going to share this video, and all of Ron Carpenter's followers were watching, and we were tagging along hey, go KHEA Radio, kind of being facetious on the stream last night. But
well, the cool thing about that, and that works with our topics here as well, because even if you share something out, maybe it ministers to you, maybe it speaks to you, maybe it doesn't. But there are people in your life, people that are on your social media streams that may have partaked in that and enjoyed it. And so we always say that here as well, especially when we talk about health and anything positive that can help people out. Share out this video. You never know who on your friends list, it could change their life. You do not know.
And I think that was the one thing that I saw last night. Somebody messaged the station, or not the station, the
Abundant Life page.
Abundant Life page, and said, I just went outside and screamed, "Thank you, Jesus," at the top of my lungs in my neighborhood. The dogs were barking, and I was like, that's powerful. And he goes, yeah, listening to Ron Carpenter last night made me do that. And I think that's the powerful thing about social media is we now have a look into different things that we didn't ever have.
Right.
And I was thinking last night, I was like, man, Pastor Walter Helm in the 90s, had tons and tons of national attention, was on national shows. This place was packed. Imagine the impact if social media was around back in the 90s.
Yeah. So we have a question right now, and Callie asked, what time does Unshakable begin? So the answer is the service starts at 7 o'clock.
Yes.
But at 5:30 is whenever everybody is welcome to come. We're going to have the food trucks out here. Abundant Life is covering the cost of you can get something free from the food trucks. You just have to come in where the registration is. They're going to give you a ticket for free to go get something from the food trucks. And then there's going to be bounce houses for the kids or the family. There's a mechanical bull where adults can ride. And then there's a petting zoo that's free as well.
There's also, for kids, there is a Fortnite tournament taking place tonight at 5 o'clock.
Ethan, do you play Fortnite? Do you know any of the Fortnite dances?
I do. I know I can floss. I learned how to floss.
Wait, we want to see that. Can we see that?
I've learned how to floss.
This is the...
Hey, that's it.
I got it.
That's it.
It took me 4 weeks to figure out how to do it.
Oh,
But I got
look at
this.
that.
I got this.
Do your kids play Fortnite?
Of course they play Fortnite.
Okay.
We should have had a video camera going.
They can do
We
all.
do.
They can do all of those.
All the dances.
I got one last thing for y'all. I just realized I had chewable cattle and chewable congoplex in my bag, so y'all get to have a little bit of.
Ethan just got really excited.
Ethan's
He's like,
lacing,
finally.
Like-
lacing up his shoes so he can run it. He has a chaser.
He's got a.
Look,
he won't need it.
he's
Oh,
What are you doing, bringing?
don't do it. Don't do it.
He brought Doritos to
It's okay.
chase it
You
down. with.
Hey, so one, a little thought on that. Should you? Because I have a patient yesterday go, yeah, I know I should, but I just decided if my kids are going to eat junk food, I'm not going to give them supplements. I'm like, so you're going to feed the enemy and starve your good guys?
Wow.
That's not a good idea. All right, so this is chewable Catalan, chewable Congoplex. So get a pile for each
Do
of
you
you.
recommend I just put all of this in my mouth at the same time and start chewing? Is that what you're doing? Okay. And if it's chewable, that means it's made to be chewed, so it has a little bit better flavor than.
Correct.
Awesome. So chewable Congoplex and Catalan.
This is
It smells better than the other stuff.
oh yeah.
Kurt, I'm about to chew this, so can you talk for a second and maybe
The
we'll take some
ascension,
turns.
at 10,000 feet, and on the descent, this is great for adults on an airplane that travel a lot. And then
Oh, that's way better.
When
Kinda
you're
good.
When you're a kid, if you give them this stuff every day,
You gotta wait.
200 phytonutrients, 200 phytochemicals, very very nutritious. This is real food that people can chew up and indulge in.
So at the beginning, it kind of has like a little chalky, and then it kind of kicks in with like a cranberry or like a berry
Cherry.
flavor. Yeah, cherry.
And then
Okay.
chase it with some B12.
Don't mind if I do.
Little
Just-
B12 shot. Yep.
So 2 or 1?
2.
I missed my mouth.
Don't miss your mouth. Don't squirt your eyes.
Oh my gosh.
Remember in Dumb and Dumber when he sprays the stuff in his guy's eye?
I do. So you're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Right now it's 9:54. We have a couple minutes left. We've been hanging out with Dr. Aaron Chapa today, talking about health, talking about wellness, talking about getting better, treating your body through food, treating your body with natural supplements, and getting off of medication, potentially getting rid of things that you weren't born with.
Absolutely.
That's very important today.
That B12 is delicious.
I know, it's nice, eh?
You like that B12? I got it like on the sides of my mouth. You almost have to put this like really deep in there because it has a nice spray.
All right, gang. Y'all have a fantastic day.
You too, Dr. Chapa. We'll see you soon.
We'll catch y'all next week.
So we do have some stuff going on today. Again, we want to maybe have one more reminder as we have about 4 minutes left. If you're not at Unshakable tonight, you're going to be missing out on a lot of stuff. We have a special guest that's going to be here speaking.
Yeah, Jesse Duplantis is speaking at 7:00. If you haven't seen Jesse, I think he's one of the most funny listener, guy pastors to listen to. He's always telling jokes, and it's always a good time. So that's at 7:00. There is at 5:00. There is a Fortnite tournament for the youth. And then also at 5:30, we have free food and bounce houses and free exotic petting zoo. Jim's Jungle is there again tonight. So make sure that you come on out to Abundant Life Christian Center and have a good evening.
Ethan, what's up? Intern Ethan is in the house. He's too tall, rocking that mic. What's going on, man?
Whoa, that sounds.
It sounds nice.
Yeah,
It sounds nice.
Much nicer than my regular seat. I don't know. I'm really ready. I'm hoping that the mechanical bull will be there tonight. I'm ready to rock it, show off some of my old
Woo!
Kentucky cowboy skills.
Dang. So you have some real experience, like riding horses and stuff, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
you raced
yeah.
them. What about riding a bull?
Okay, so we had a bull, but he was really tame. So like you can get on him
Just, like,
and
ride
just,
like a-
yeah, and he'd just sit there. Like so I don't have much experience with wild bulls, but I mean,
You've been on one before.
absolutely.
Dang.
Can Ethan wear the hot dog costume and do this instead?
No.
Oh.
And you try and pass it off like, hey, that's totally me. And it was like, no, that guy's 6'3", and that's
Were
Kurt.
you 6'3", Ethan?
Yeah. I mean,
Kurt, you're 5'9". There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, 6'3", 5'9".
6'3", 5'9".
Okay.
I was gonna
Trying
write a
to-
song with that,
trying
but
to make
it
a
didn't work.
song.
8, 6, 7,
That's a-
5, 3, 0, 9, 9.
I'm gonna let you take that from there.
I didn't have 3 words. Sorry. You can go back. We can go back to talking about what's happening tonight.
I'm just gonna end the show now. I gotta end on that. So hey, y'all have a good day. Ethan, thank you for joining us.
for all of 5 seconds.
Kurt, you're gonna have to blame Kurt for that one.
It happens.
Come out tonight, Abundant Life Christian Center. We'll see you for the Unshakable Families Conference. This is 99.5 FM.
Coming up next, Toby Matt, KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM. It's been Kickstart. Hey, y'all have an awesome day. We'll see you tonight. If you're out there, come say what's up and let us know. What you think about the food trucks? What you think about the exotic petting zoos? KHEA Radio 99.5 FM.
I was not ready for it to sound
Sarah.
like that.
It sounds good, huh?
It caught me off.
No, that mic is definitely better than
Sarah.
Yeah.
This is a great mic.
Well, it's
but
not. It's not.
It's a different mic.
It's different. Sarah, are you going to the fitness center and dropping your kids off or what? So Clear Creek doesn't have school today? Why would they do that on vote, like on the day where they have to vote? That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because I feel like you'd be like, okay, I have to go vote and I have to drag my kids with me.
That's maybe part of it.
Does that mean that I don't have to do school when I get home?
Yes. Hey, you'd be like, Mom, no.
It's voting day.
It's just clear. You don't go to Clear Creek.
That's true.
But you don't
CCISD.
have to. You don't want to. I mean, you don't get an off day. Like if it's not teacher in service, right? Ethan in service day.
Who knows?
Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, why would they do that? Maybe they didn't do it on purpose, but it's like, oh yeah, that's the day that everyone's going to vote. You better vote early because if not, you're gonna have to drag your kids, drag everybody to go vote, and that would not necessarily be a good experience for some.
Teach your kids the importance of voting.
Yeah, but what if your kids are like 5 and you have to wait in line and do all that stuff? You have like 3 kids and the ages are everywhere, right?
That'd be rough. Very rough.
Mm-hmm.
Right, we're on our way to the Noah Event Center. We'll see you guys in a little bit.
We just end it.